Alright, in this video we're going to be learning how to graph quadratics that are in intercept form. Alright, so we did standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c, and we did vertex form, which is ax minus h quantity squared plus k. Now we're doing x-intercept form. Right? So now you've got two sets of parentheses, or you notice there are nothing's being squared in here. Right? So these are the three forms you need to learn how to graph, and we're doing the third form right now. Now, since I have these two forms that are called x-intercepts, to tell me where it crosses the x-axis. All right? And remember, just like in the vertex, wherever h is, we always took the opposite. Same thing in here. Where these are values are, we'll take the opposites. All right? So, and then we'll get to that part in a second. All right? So first of all, let's look at this equation. This is x-intercept form. So that means I have opposite of -3 is 3. And you put 0 because it's x-intercept form. Then opposite of 1 is -1, and you put 0. So there's my other. Because you know they both have zeros. So these will always be zeros. These will be opposites of what's inside. So here are my two x-intercepts. So we got 3, 0 and -1, 0. They should be on the x-axis because they are x-intercepts. Now to find the vertex, that is the thing we have to do next. Well, the vertex is always between the two x-intercepts. So P is 3, Q is -1. So if I do 3 plus -1 divided by 2. In other words, take the x values, add them, and divide by 2. So my x's symmetry is at 1. So I draw a dotted line down 1. See how that falls right between the 2 points? That's what this does. It finds me the axis of symmetry. In other words, that is the x coordinate of my vertex. So I'm going to put 1 for x. So I got 2, would be 1 minus 3, 1 plus 1. Order of operations. So I do what's inside the parentheses. So 1 would be -2, 2, and then multiply. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So I get -8. So at 1, I go down to -8. There's my vertex. You notice my vertex will be somewhere on this dotted line that I graphed. Here it's down here at -8. Now I can sketch my curve. And you look at A is still the same thing. If it's positive, it opens up. If it's negative, it opens down. It's positive, so I know it opens up. Let's do one more example. All right, so let's do the x-intercepts. So opposite of 2 is -2. Opposite of -1 is 1. So I graph those 2 points, -2, 0, 1, 0. Right, now my axis of symmetry is going to fall somewhere in between. All right, so if we do that, we take -2, +1, we add them, and then divide by 2. So -2 plus 1 is -1, or -1/2, or -0.5. So here's 0, here's -1, so -1.5 is somewhere, is right in between 0 and -1. So my vertex will fall on this dotted line somewhere. So to find out where, is now we take -0.5, we plug it in for x. -0.5 plus 2, -0.5 minus 1. So this is -4.5. Excuse me. That's -0.5. So we got negative. So -0.5 plus 2 is 1.5. And -0.5 minus 1 is -1.5. So negative times a negative is positive. 1.5 times 1.5 is 1.25. That is correct. So 1.25. So we estimate. So here's 1 and just a little bit past it. So you just put it approximately. As long as I see this, and then you have your point somewhere close to it, I'll give you credit for it. Oh, I went the wrong way. That's negative. I gotta go up. So here's 1, a little bit past it. So it goes down. So ignore this part right there. All right. The reason why this one was wrong, because you look at A. A says it opens down, because it's negative. So as I was doing this, I realized A is negative, so it has to open down. So that means I knew I graphed my vertex wrong. And I realized I did negative 1.25 instead of positive 1.25. So there's your graph.